Chairman of the National Disaster Management Council, NDMC, Governor John Duncan says government cannot by itself provide all the resources required to operate a disaster management program. Governor Duncan says resource mobilization is one of the most critical aspects of disaster management and welcomes partnerships with non-governmental stakeholders. The NDMC signed a Memorandum of Understandings with the BVI Airports Authority and the BVI Insurance Association at the annual meeting of the Council, held at Maria's by the Sea Hotel on June 25th.
One way to solidify these partnerships is to enter into mutually beneficial agreements. The Virgin Islands Comprehensive Disaster Management Strategy and Programming Framework 2014 to 2018, which was approved by the Cabinet in March 2014, is sector-focused and facilitates the creation of such arrangements. Today, we will witness the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding with the Insurance Association of the BVI, which was launched in June 2014 and is being led by President Sarah Hatcher of Century Insurance, Najiko Insurances. It is expected that through this agreement, the IABVI and the DDM can work together to facilitate and promote greater incentives for business and individuals in the areas of business continuity and maintaining adequate protection of property from hazard impacts. Also present today is the Managing Director of the BVI Airports Authority, Mr. Denison Fraser, who has been working with the DDM on an MOU that supports the acquisition of data from weather stations owned and operated by the BVI AA, providing access to seismic equipment and facilities, facilitates capacity building initiatives, amongst other things. Historically, there has been a lack of documentation on the impact of climate change in the region due to the absence of data. Decisions about climate change adaptation are complex, costly, and have long-term implications, and they rely on the quality of data. There must be greater collaboration between the public and the private sectors to capture data relating to weather, climate, water resources, and agriculture, so that political leaders and policymakers have access to the best available evidence for effective decision-making. The BVI Airports Authority and the DDM should be commended for starting this process.
In April this year, the DDM was recognized among 13 International Emergency Management Accreditation EMAP programs. Deputy Chair of the National Disaster Management Council, Premier Dr. Orlando Smith, welcomed the DDM's achievement.
In April alone, through the Director of the DDM, the BVI received full international accreditation for its disaster management program, an outstanding achievement and one we must celebrate and be very proud of. This is indeed a significant step in showing the world that although we are a small group of islands, we have the knowledge and skills to achieve big things. Our disaster management program can match any other. Achieving full accreditation not only serves to validate the program, but also illustrates to the regional and international community that we are developing a territory that is safe, healthy, and green, a goal enshrined in the Comprehensive Disaster Management Strategy that was approved by the Cabinet in 2014. Accreditation wasn't an easy task, but I also know the team at the DDM, and when the idea was brought before the Cabinet, I was confident that we should support it, given the distinct possibility of gaining full accreditation. My government will continue to fully support the National Disaster Management Program led by the National Disaster Management Council.
The meeting of the National Disaster Management Council also facilitated discussions on reports from various national committees. These include the Health, Welfare and Social Services, Public Information and Awareness, Finance Planning and Economic Development, Education and Information Management, Transportation, Infrastructure, Early Warning and Emergency Communications, Governance, Public Service and Sister Islands Coordination, Energy, Environment and Climate Adaptation, and Disaster Emergency Fund committees.